Everyone lives by selling. It was John Louis Stevenson who said this. He was the author of Jekyll and Hyde. And you know what he meant? We're always selling. Everything in life is selling. When we're talking to somebody, we're persuading them about our point of view. Hey, believe me, what I'm saying is true. When we reach into our closet to see what we're going to wear that day, we're still selling because we're trying to put our best foot forward. Everything in life is selling, and the sooner you realize it as a business person, the better off you're going to be. Hi, I'm Gulraj Shahpuri. I'm a business coach and a leadership trainer, and I help businesses get back on their growth trajectories. Now, if I was to ask you as a small or mid-sized business owner, hey, what are you good at in your business? And you answered me, you know what? I'm pretty good at the admin stuff. I run a tight ship. I know how to keep costs pretty low. I'm pretty good at procurement. I'm pretty good at the IT stuff. You know, I have bad news for you. You better pack up and shut shop because you're going to be out of business eventually. But if you answered, I'm great at selling, I'm great at building new relationships, I love meeting new people, and then you answered all that other stuff, you know, you should be shooting this video because you're going to do pretty well in your business. But if you answered, I'm great at selling, I'm great at marketing, I love branding exercises, I love creating new clients, I love meeting people and creating new relationships, and then you answered all that other stuff we talked about, then you should be shooting this video and not me. And you know why? Because as a business owner, you need to be quite cognizant between the differences between IPAs and IRAs. Now, what are IPAs? IPAs are income producing activities like sales and branding and marketing. And what are IRAs? Income reducing activities. This is like admin and accounts and HR. You need to be pretty good at being able to differentiate between the two. So let's put 2 minutes on the clock, and I'm going to teach you how to master the difference between the two so you can be exceptionally profitable. Number one, as the owner of a medium or small size business, your primary job is pulling in the money. But here's the truth. When you first start off in business, you have to be pretty good at the internal stuff too, because I'm assuming you're running a lean operation and you have to be able to keep costs low. But as soon as you're maturing in business, you have to be able to manage and delegate as quickly as you can so you can spend 75% of your time face-to-face with clients selling. Say this would be systemize, automate, delegate. Systemize, automate, delegate. You have to set one day of the week when you're going to go to your office, and you have to spend 6 days of the week out in the field. You have to be meeting new clients or spending time building further relationships with existing ones. Yes, you heard it right. One day of the week, you're going to go to your office, and that should be plenty. See, if you've systemized your office well, you just need to go in on that one day to make sure your systems are running fine. You audit your systems, you have clapping sessions with your company, you invite teams into your office, you motivate them, and you tell them about all the big things that you're doing and all the big business that you're bringing in. And then this is what you don't do on that day. You do not invite visitors in on that day because that day is reserved for you and your team. Otherwise, you're going to get comfortable in your chair. You're going to tell yourself, hey, I was busy. I did spend time doing other important things. No, you're there for a specific job. You're there to get one checklist of things done, and make sure you don't let any senior people go home until you're done with that checklist, and that's what you're going to do on that one day. Number three, what do you do on the rest of the 6 days? You sell. You go and meet new clients, you go and visit prospects, you have lunches, you have dinners with people. Have you read that book I told you about, Never Eat Alone? It's by Keith Ferrazzi and Tal Raz. You have to read that book. Now you might be wondering, well, when do I get a weekend off? When do I get my off day? Well, you don't. You chose to be in business, and this is how it's going to be. You're always on your on game. You're always selling. Number four, make strong personal relationships with your clients. Become their friends, their best friends. One person I knew who was quite close to me, he moved into a new neighborhood, and I said, my God, you've hit the jackpot. These are all your ideal clients. This whole community is full of exactly the type of people that you want on as clients. Wow, you're so lucky. No wonder you moved here. And he said, no. I'm never going to make these people my clients because they're probably going to become my best friends in about a year or so. This is a very close-knit community. He said, Gulraj, I never mix business with pleasure. Well, that's simply not true. You can and you should mix business with pleasure. Some of my best friends have been people that I was first having a business relationship with. We ended up liking and trusting each other so much that now we even take family vacations together. Now, do I behave with them professionally professionally like I do casually? Obviously not. Professionally, we have to maintain a decorum, and that's what you're going to do. And when you're casual, you can let out your shirt, you can be a little more comfortable with them, but not too comfortable. Now, the hesitation my friend was probably having about mixing business with pleasure could be for one of two reasons. Firstly, we find it hard to sell to our friends. We don't know what to charge them. We don't know whether to give them a discount or not. Here's the thing, get over it. Should you sell to your friends, I expect my friends to buy from me, and I'm pretty shameless in asking for the business. You know why? Because I know they will never find anybody that gives them a better service than I do. Now, this brings us to the second reason why people feel hesitant to sell to their friends and family. They probably know, or they probably feel that their product or service isn't good enough. They probably feel embarrassed that what if others find out, my cover will be blown, my jig will be up. You know what? If this is true in your case, you have big problems. That's it, time's up. Now here's a bonus tip. When you make your to-do list at the start of each day, you do make a to-do list, right? Now when you make your to-do list at the start of each day, in brackets next to each task, put the approximate time that task is going to take you and round up each of those times to the nearest 5 minutes. That just makes it easier to add up, and if you have any distractions in the day, you know what? You can take care of those. Now you add up all those times, and if they add up to a solid 8 hours, great. And if they don't, put more tasks in there. Now when they add up to a solid 8 hours, you look in that 8 hours and you have to make sure that 6 of those 8 hours are income producing activities: branding, selling, and marketing. Now if they're not, you go back to the drawing board, because that's what you're supposed to be doing as the head of a small or medium-sized business. And if that's not what you like to do, then shut down your business and go get a job as the operations head of a company. In the comment section below, please let me know which was your favorite thing that you liked about this video. And if there's something I couldn't cover in these 2 minutes, make sure you put it in the comment section below. I'd love to read about it. Now here's what you have to do. In fact, there's 3 things you have to do. First, read that book, Never Eat Alone. Second, be very clear about income producing activities versus income reducing activities, and write down what you feel are income producing activities for you, and everything else goes in income reducing activities, so you can make sure that the 6 hours that you're spending at least in a day goes towards that. And thirdly, you have to make that to-do list I was just telling you about, so you can map out what your IPAs are and what your IRAs are. If you got value from this video, take a second and click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you part of our family. Now, by your liking and subscribing, this goes a long way in telling YouTube's algorithm that other people are going to enjoy this content as well. So make sure you do that. And if this is your first video in this 2-Minute Tuesday series, just click over here to see some of the other videos. And if you want to see what YouTube has to recommend to you, just click over here. Either way, you can't go wrong. I'm Gulraj Shahpuri, saying that if you want to change your life, you have to take action, and you have to take action now.